dinner and auction, raising money. It was a fun event. It was a successful event. But the purpose of it, of course, is to help us send a team down to build houses. And that's the spirit of the Good Shepherd. When we go down and build houses for families who have no homes, that's a response. That's the Good Shepherd responding through us to help people in times of crisis. Or our project right now, we've planted a beautiful community garden out, and this week we're going to be inviting people from the neighborhood to come and sign up and get a plot of land. Well, that's the spirit of the Good Shepherd at work. We're the Good Shepherd when we do that, giving a place for people to grow food, to feed themselves, or giving a place for people who just will find it healing and joyful to be able to work in a garden plot, and a place for people to get to know each other. That's the work of the Good Shepherd in our midst, in times of specific need, to come and help our spirits, help our emotions, help our physical health. So one of the ways that the Spirit of Christ, the Good Shepherd at work, is through this direct kind of help. But Christ also comes, the shepherd also comes to gather the flock together. I was picturing a shepherd working with an actual flock of sheep, and the danger is always that they run off and scatter in every direction. Part of the work of the shepherd is to gather people together because we need each other. We not only need Christ's action in our lives, there's strength, there's safety to be found in each other. I thought of that when I saw the clip on the internet of the singing of the national anthem at a Boston Bruins game, a hockey game. It was, maybe some of you have seen this, it was the first Boston hockey game right after the explosions. And a man named Rene Rancourt, I think that's how you pronounce it, has been singing the national anthem at the beginning of those games for some 35 years. He's sung all kinds of sports events. He always sings at Boston sports events. And he had said ahead of time that when he knew, knowing that this was just hours back after the explosions, he knew that if he was going to be able to sing, that might be hard for him. He just had a lot of emotion about it, but he would try to do his best. So he got out there to sing a cappella the national anthem at the beginning of the Bruins game, and he made it through about 4 lines, but his voice was shaking. So at that point, he just raised the microphone up to the crowd and began to direct them to sing. Well, if you've been at sporting events, you know that a lot of times fans just don't really get into singing the national anthem all that much. They're standing there talking, they're buying popcorn, they're trading program notes and so forth. But as he's directing them, kind of moving to me, suddenly 17,000 fans in unison and on pitch are singing the national anthem. He's like the Good Shepherd that gathers the flock to sing together. And then that was their cue, that was their power. Well, I think that Christ the Good Shepherd is at work in our world today also to gather us together in the family of God. Like that beautiful scene from the book of Revelation in our second lesson today, with all the people singing before the throne. There is healing in singing, and there is healing in being gathered together by the shepherd. We are so fractured in our world. We are so splintered in our world. We are so broken apart in so many ways. And just to be brought together is a time of healing. And here's the difficult part. When Christ, the Good Shepherd, gathers us together, he gathers all of us, the whole world. Not just the ones we call friends, but even the ones we call enemies. That's the ultimate work of the shepherd, is rather than leaving us splintered and scattered into so many groups, that work of healing, however difficult it is, however great the injustices, however unacceptable the violence is, finally the long view of Christ is to gather us together so we are once again one people singing before the throne of God. May Christ, the Good Shepherd, be at work in our lives, bringing healing and care to you and me. And may the Good Shepherd gather us together to sing God's praise. Amen. Amen. We're going to sing a hymn about Jesus being our Good Shepherd. We've looked at hymn 780. we're quite familiar with this, but I just want to say it one more time because the way the verses are printed out is a little bit different. The refrain is at the top, and we'll sing that after every verse. You'll notice that there's 3 verses. 1, 2, and 3 are the 3 lines after that. But then after we sing all 3 of those, then we finally go down to the bottom set of 3 lines, 2 lines, the first verse 4 and verse 5. Okay, so verses 1, 2, and 3 are together, and then verse 4, and then verse 5 is